Jan, yourself as well, in terms of what's next for you. You've done a lot. You've done a heck of a lot. Coming from a point in time where you were interviewed in terms of your tea making skills, right up to the work that you've initially all the work that you've done with the youth, the YTS, the young persons training scheme, YTS, the work that you've done with YMCA, all the work that you've been and the different level of experience that you've shared. What's next for you as well? So let's talk a little bit about OAL, next stages, and you on a personal level.
Well, in terms of OAL, we have finished doing the review in terms of systems for OAL 2.0. So next year I've got to make sure we implement it without causing huge problems to customer service, which is easier said than done, if I'm being really honest. So we've got all of that to now implement, which is going to be a huge transition plan. Longer term, we're probably not going to grow a lot bigger in terms of standards. We are part of the emergency framework for the Department for Education when other EPAOs want to not continue in the market. So we will still review as part of our strategy, picking up some standards like that. But in terms of our current portfolio of standards, our key strategic aims over the next 2 years is to grow volume on those standards. And one of our key strategic activities is retaining business as well as growing it. Growing it is secondary to retention of business. However, one of the things we're also exploring, without giving too much away, is the possibility of maybe merging or acquiring another business is a possibility further down the line. Not for us to be taken over, the board don't want that, but for us to look at growth by acquisition. And I'm also exploring diversification in terms of other programmes and other funding streams with the team. So we spent quite a bit of time this year as part of the review of OAL 2.0, revitalising our current strategy, but also planning and developing and drafting new strategic objectives, aims and plans with the board, with the senior team, but also sharing with the wider team and getting their input. We've also talked to our employers and our customers, because we're very big on that engagement, and what they would want for the future, because my big drive now is future-proofing the organisation. I'm very much focused over the next 2 to 3 years on that sustainability, ensuring OAL is there for the long term, ensuring that I can succession plan, because I am going to stop working full time. I used to say I was going to retire, but I'm not going to retire. I just need it to evolve. So I need to succession plan. I need to hand over to the next CEO a really secure, sound business that's got people in it that can support them to lead and develop OAL for the future.
Canny Conversation Podcast Series 5 by Safaraz Ali.